This is Israeli news with Yoeli for April 17, 2025. Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Ali Akbar Ahmadian, said during a meeting with Saudi Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman, Iran and Saudi Arabia are two large and important countries. Strategic cooperation between them will lead to security and progress in this sensitive region. We are ready to expand cooperation at all levels, including joint investments. The Saudi defense minister said that Saudi leaders are determined to establish friendly relations with Tehran at all levels. The Islamic world must act in a coordinated and united manner against the occupation and expansion of the leaders of the Zionist entity. The IDF spokesperson announced that starting today, a preliminary instruction will be received before triggering a warning of missile fire from Yemen. It was reported that the preliminary instruction will be received in the Home Front Command app in areas under threat, via an update sound, without an alarm going up and down. The directive is intended to enable preparation, preliminary readiness for civilians to ensure better protection in their vicinity, and to receive notification from official sources. In addition, a statement from the IDF spokesperson will be circulated stating that missiles may be fired from Yemen at the State of Israel in the coming minutes and that the instructions of the Home Front Command must be obeyed. Saudi Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman met in Tehran with Iran's Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei and handed him a letter from Saudi King Salman. The minister told Khamenei, "I came to Tehran with the intention of expanding relations with Iran and cooperating in all areas." Khamenei said at the meeting, "The relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia will benefit both countries. There are enemies who oppose the expansion of relations between our countries, and we are ready to overcome that. It is better for the region to cooperate and help each other instead of relying on others." The U.S. Treasury Department announced the imposition of sanctions on the International Bank of Yemen due to its economic support for the Houthis. U.S. Deputy Treasury Secretary Michael Faulkonder said that economic institutions like this are critical to the Houthis' efforts to access the international financial system, threatening both the region and international trade. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office responded to the report of the plan to attack Iran's nuclear facilities, and did not deny that U.S. President Donald Trump blocked it. The bureau said that Netanyahu has been leading the global campaign against Iran's nuclear program for more than a decade, even when there were those who dismissed the threat as a political spin and Netanyahu a paranoid. The Prime Minister has led countless actions in the campaign against Iran, thanks to which it does not currently possess a nuclear arsenal. These actions delayed Iran's plan for about a decade, thanks to its insistence on standing up to the great opposition from home and abroad to its aggressive policy. As the Prime Minister has stated more than once, Israel will not allow Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. During his visit to Cambodia, Chinese President Xi Jinping referred to the tariff war with the United States, saying that it is trade wars that undermine the trading system and undermine the global economic order. This was reported by the Chinese news agency Xinhua. China will maintain diplomatic continuity and stability in its own region, Xi added. During his visit to Southeast Asia, which is taking place in an attempt to strengthen economic partnership with neighboring countries, he called on the region's leaders to reject the economic policies led by U.S. President Donald Trump, and instead support economic globalization. Qatar's Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani met with Russian President Vladimir Putin and said, "We reached an agreement regarding the Gaza Strip a few months ago, but Israel did not abide by it. Our firm position is that there will be no peace without an independent Palestinian state with Jerusalem as its capital. We will try to bring the points of view closer in order to reach an agreement that will end the suffering of the Palestinian people." Mkv Sukkot went up to the Temple Mount on the occasion of Chol Hamoed Passover, and said, "We were privileged to make the pilgrimage to the Temple Mount today." Mk Sukkot added, 14 years ago I was here, I bowed down for 1 second, and within a moment the police caught him, took me to the station and arrested me. I see this thing with tears in their eyes, Jews praying, holding Minyanim here, not letting the Arabs get close to us, the Waqf doesn't come near us. I want to say thank you to the Temple Mount administration and everyone who was a partner in this tremendous change. The Qatari newspaper Al Arabi Al Jadid quoted sources as saying that the option of a ground attack against the Houthis by the United States is on the agenda. According to the report, the Yemeni government has been holding intensive discussions in recent days with the Americans on the political and military levels and with other parties, including Britain, in order to implement such a move. On the other hand, sources close to the Houthis told the newspaper that the organization is strengthening its positions on the front amid fears that a ground battle is imminent. U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem has revoked $2.7 million in federal grants to Harvard University, saying she has no faith in an institution that bows to anti-Semitism and promotes pro-Hamas ideas that threaten national security. In addition, the secretary ordered the institution to present details of foreign students who are allegedly involved in illegal and violent activity, or that it will lose its permit to enroll international students. The university announced this week that it would not change its policy, as demanded by the administration in a letter threatening to deprive it of its budgets. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed or benefited from this material, please visit all of Yoeli's YouTube channels and subscribe. Forward to those who might benefit or be interested. Yoeli's YouTube channels include the following.